Arg mateys, today we make a pirate bag. You can see that I have decorated this pirate bag with different papers. And so what we're going to do is, first thing, we've got to make sure that we have the right side of the bag. We don't want the bag that flaps open, we want the flat side of the bag. Then I've got to figure out what all I want on my pirate. So I'm going to start off with the hat. And I'm going to make a different hat this time. So I need to lay my bag onto the black piece of paper to make sure that I have the right size. This time I want my hat to be more like a pirate hat, and so I'm going to come out on both sides like this, and you can make whatever kind of hat you want, but mine's going to kind of come around like this and then up and then around like that. And so that's about the way I want the hat. And I can flip my hat over so I don't see these lines, so I can kind of draw however I want. And I could even put skull and crossbones here if I wanted to, or something of that sort. We'll decide in a little bit. And then I'm going to take the bag off to decide what the bottom of the hat's going to look like. And mine's going to have this curve like this. And then I'm going to cut it out. I'm going to cut mine out pretty quickly for the sake of the video, but you can take your time cutting yours out nice and slow. Next thing I gotta think is, what else do I want on my pirate hat? Do I want to color a decoration on my pirate hat? Or it doesn't have to be this shape. You might decide that you want a different shape. That is fine too. You could always use a different color. You could have yours have a pink hat or a red hat, or you can even give it girl's hair. If you wanted to give it hair, that'd be fine. You can see the last hat I did was a polka dotted hat there, but this time my hat's going to look like this. I'm going to flip it over so I don't see those drawings that I had there. Okay, now that I have the hat on my bag, I'm going to do an eye patch, because I can see here that I want an eye patch on my pirate. So once again, I've got to put the bag onto the paper so that I see what size I want it to be. And I want the eye patch to kind of come from here to there. So I'm going to lay this here. I'll use the white pencil so you can see. I'm going to make it come here to here, so that it's the same size as my bag. So I can see my bag comes down about right here, so I don't want to cross over that. Then I'm going to make it thick like the patch would be. I'm going to come down for the eye, and then back up and off. And I can see that that's gonna fit on my bag. Then I'm gonna cut that out. You don't have to do an eye patch if you don't want to, but most pirates have an eye patch. If you wanna add a golden earring, you could add a gold earring, or you could even add a necklace. All sorts of things. Pirates have lots of gold things. You can decide. You can add crazy hair, whatever it be. You're in 3rd grade, so you can get creative. Or possibly 2nd grade, you can get creative and decide what you want. So you can decide which way you want it. I want mine to go this way, and I'm actually going to scoot it over a little bit so that it's right there in the middle. So I'm going to chop off a little bit of that, so I can still fit it on there. Then I'm going to go ahead and draw my eye using a marker for the other eye. Color it in nice. The same with the nose. And for this one, I think I'm going to add a beard. So I have my hat, an eye patch, a nose, and I know for this one, I don't want to do a red and white shirt. I think I'm going to do an orange and black shirt this time. And so I'm going to go ahead and make a brown beard. And it is close to the same color as the bag, but I think it'll look okay still. So I'm going to put it on top of the bag, make sure that I have the right size, because I know the bag's going to come here. And then I'm going to start to make this beard. And I know a beard kind of curves just a little bit like that. So there's my beard. I'm going to cut that beard out with that nice curve. I have a line here showing me how wide my bag was. And then I'm just going to kind of cut around this beard. That's going to make it easier to cut it out. cut down here, and up, and then down, and up, down, kind of creating this zigzag. There's no rhyme or reason to a perfect beard, so each one can look different. Okay, now I have a beard, an eye patch, and my hat. Now I've got to add the shirt. And for the shirt, I want to make sure I get the right size. And I'm going to do a striped shirt again. And it's going to come underneath the beard, so it's going to come all the way up to here, just like that. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a line where my bag would be. And if you need to, you can even flip your bag and put it on top of your paper where you need it to be. And I know I'm going to put pants on this guy, so I'm not going to come all the way down to the bottom, about right there. I cut that out. And this line here, I want it to be nice and straight and on the line. So there's the orange part of my shirt. Now I'm going to add the black part. Once again, I need to come underneath it, add a line, this time though I'm going to be cutting skinnier stripes. And you could draw these stripes first. If I wanted to draw them first, that would help me get them straight sometimes. I can tell that's not a straight line, so I'm going to correct it with my cutting. I'm probably only going to be able to get two stripes on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to overlap. I'm going to use the overlapping technique to create this shirt. So let me bring my bag back over here. I have my shirt. I have my black stripes here. And I'm going to overlap them like this. And then I can even overlap my beard on top of that. And then I need pants. And this time I'm going to do blue pants. So once again, I need to put a line there where I need it. And when I glue this down, I gotta glue the stuff that's on the bottom first and then overlap the things on top of it. Okay, like that. Straighten this cutting up a little bit. There we go. All right, now it's time to glue down. So I don't need a lot of glue. I need just a very little bit of glue. And it's not coming out right now, so let's problem solve. I need to pick off any dry glue that's at the top, screw it down, make sure that screw down all the way, pick off any glue, open it all the way up, and it's still not coming out real well, so I'm gonna make sure that it's all picked out. Try one more time. Okay, if it's still not coming out, then we might consider getting a different glue. Okay, let's get a different glue. And you can always share your glue with someone else if we need to. Okay, this one's working. So the first thing I'm going to need is to line up my shirt where I'm going to want it, right there. And I can see my beard's popping out of my shirt here. So I need to fix that by adding a curve to my shirt. There we go. I'm going to put just a little bit of glue around the edges of my shirt. It's not a lot of glue. It's not glue that's dripping down. Just a little bit of glue around the edges. And I'm going to glue that down right here where my shirt would go. Then I can glue down my beard on top of, well, no, because the black stripes need to come first. So first I need to do the black stripes. We've got to overlap these things, so we got to think about what's on the bottom. Got one more. And then I'm going to overlap my blue pants. At the bottom. And then I'm going to overlap my beard. Does not take a lot of glue to glue down paper. Okay. Now, the next thing is my eye patch will be underneath my hat. So, I will glue the eye patch down under the hat. Just like that. Now, finally, I'll glue my hat down. The hat's going to stick up above the bag, so I'm just going to put glue here. I'm not going to put glue all the way at the top of my hat. If I wanted to add a design to that, I could have done that before I glued it down. You may even need to have a mouth drawn on. You can even draw it amongst the beard. You can decide how you want that, or maybe even some squiggles in his beard. Okay, I think that looks done for this pirate here. I could even add a belt to his pants. That would add some more definition to it, or even hair behind my hat before I glued the hat down. Okay, it's your turn to make your pirate. You think about it, plan it out, make sure that you have it overlap the way you want it before you start gluing down. Good luck.